Who do you think you are clicking on my video and watching my Disco Elysium Let's Play? You got some nerve coming round here. Welcome. I don't even know what that was. Welcome back. Let's talk to this random woman. I think it's a woman. Looks like a woman. Oh, I haven't seen the RCM around in ages. Yeah, well, you've clearly not been over to the Whirling and Racks. We've been hanging out there for like a week now. You're missing out.
Hi, officer.
A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay. That's how you pronounce that, right? It's pronounced quay? I think it is. Considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip. Holy shit, dangerous woman.
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Oh, this is where we need to go to get Everard his signatures, right?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
The wind rattles her earrings. I've questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker.
She
I think I
gestures.
had time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
I thought she was done. I'm sorry. I was doing the thing where I read the bits that don't get read, but then she was talking again. I've made a severe and continual lapse in judgment, and I'm never going to stop making that joke. You can't stop me.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for some missing cryptozoologists.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for animals who are hard to find.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? I haven't heard about those.
Two old guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Wait, the like?
Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men, burning rhinos. You get the picture.
Nothing to do with reed-like stick insects, then.
Oh, you're getting it, and it is gorgeous.
So where did they go?
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
And why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
I guess that's fair. Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
Behold! Gesture towards the expression. Her eyes meet yours and suddenly she starts laughing. It's hoarse. It's as if she hasn't laughed in a while. Do you like it?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Oh, where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone where?
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
Oh.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, Know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
The first one of these I read was "You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him." I'm probably not going to say that one. I do approve of the sage nod, though. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it?
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where two little kids are playing with what look like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her.
Huh.
She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
It's barely on the screen, but I can read that that is in fact a 3%. Maybe we'll leave that for now. I'm game though. I'm definitely game. So what do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
The top one seems like the most intriguing, honestly. I need to know about those human bodies.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Okay, well this is getting us nowhere. I was asked to get your signature.
Were you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everard's planning to turn some of the village into a youth centre.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
The voice trails off.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
Thought what exactly?
That Everard and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
Here, use my pen.
He has a pen and everything.
She takes it from you, a doubtful look in her eyes, clicks it, and places the tip on the paper.
Here you go.
Wait, why did you sign it?
I shouldn't have.
No, it's a youth centre. Why shouldn't you?
That's what I asked you. It's a youth centre and I have children. Got to give them something else to do. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. I had my first drink when I was 11 because I was so bored. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. If it's a bad idea, she won't sign. You'll find she's a tougher nut to crack than me.
Can you tell me where Isabel is? No, apparently
How
not.
can I assist you then, officer?
I guess I'll be seeing you. That was a lot easier to get than I expected. She didn't seem particularly against it or anything. I thought they were struggling to get signatures from these people, but I guess not. Ooh, perception boots. Sure, I'll have your perception boots. The boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. Okay. Another 10 cents towards another night at the whirling, isn't it? Don't mind if I do. Is this Isabel? Hey, you Isabel? The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the Apricot Suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Then how does she know you're here?
Every time they say the fishing village, I immediately start thinking of Bloodborne, and it's... honestly, it's not that different. That's probably fair. I'll lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
What he said. We're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
What kind of an ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
I am an ill omen, alright?
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
The surname is Sadie. Alright.
Now it's your turn, Mr.
My name is Raphael Ambrosius Costo.
Your parents must have had big plans for you. Wonder if you measured up.
The question must be prompted by your sloppy posture. Straighten your back, man.
I was asked to get your signature.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says.
Everett wants to turn part of the village into a little youth centre.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign union papers.
She hands the envelope back to you. What do you have against the union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
She pulls a dark red rag out of the bucket and puts it back.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. It's that simple, and there's no changing it. She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Not easily, it would seem. Definitely not easily. Alright, I'm off. I guess we'll talk later. I have other things to attend to right now. The thing is, right, we've got the map. This isn't where the map is. We've got the map. Which one? Which one's the map? This one? This one.
The worn map features the patchwork your finger
Can I not,
For
like,
more
look
detailed
at
view
it?
of the map, go to your journal and select
Journal.
the map tab.
And select the map tab. Okay, that's what I wanted, thank you. Where's the... Oh wait, the journal. Ahaha! Aha, secrets. Okay, I'm at the Fisherman Shacks. I need to try and remember where the 3 locations were. Because apparently they're not marked on my map, which is a shame. Don't know what all this means. Yeah, I just sort of ran through all this. I've not really been exploring it super thoroughly, but I feel like one of them was like right up here, right? And then was it like the church and the end of this? I think the end of the pier was one of them, wasn't it? And I'm sure the other one was like on a building. I can't remember if it was the church necessarily or not, though. It's weird that is it? Are they not marked on my map at all? Are they not any of these? No, it doesn't look like it. We've got a lot of shit marked on my map, but none of them are the points that I need to investigate. What is the pile of Eternite? I don't remember that at all. I don't know if I missed that completely or if my brain's just not committed it to memory. I don't know. I guess we'll just keep going. We'll just keep walking along here. There's the kids. What's this? The street sign is illegible below the graffito. Hard to see the details. The colours, all warm and welcoming, are cosy enough. A flower through where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. Oh, a flower trough where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. I understand. Sometimes I can be a little bit dense, and that's okay. Just gotta live with that. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns the reeds. It's a Noland Vint Sink. A successful model. An unsuccessful model, in fact. I really can't read today, Jesus Christ. Oh, quick travel unlocked. Have we always been able to quick travel? Have I just completely ignored the quick travel option in the past? A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. This one seems to work though, I think. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome, yeah, but looks like the phone itself works.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
No, I don't need to right now, but helpful to know. Oh. Buzz hum. The electricity flows through the wires with audible power.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
Wow, gotta be so mean about it. Just interested. The coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade. Are we on the pier now? Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Ooh. Smart boy glasses. I don't know why they lower my perception. Surely glasses should improve it, if anything. A makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. The tarp will keep out neither rain, nor snow, nor wind. I suppose if he's wearing someone else's glasses, the prescription that isn't for him, they probably will make it a little bit harder to see. It's all about that fashion, right? A big wine canister. It's open and empty. Oh.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Careful there, these floorboards look rotten and weak. It's alright, I'm rotten and strong. You good?
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
We found another corpse. We're still working on the first corpse. We can't find a second corpse. This is too many corpses. I wasn't called out for this one. Can I just ignore it?
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Did he just like die of hypothermia out here or something? Just like a vagrant? Or
The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made.
maybe not a vagrant. Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Maybe just a drunkard.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Yeah, let's not look at it now. Let's pull it out, close our eyes, put it in our pocket, and then consider looking at it later. That makes a lot of sense. Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
I don't see a sniper rifle, so it's not like he took out our boy and then and then slipped and fell on the way home. Definitely someone else.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Older than I thought. Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one at the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Yeah, but to be fair, he probably dropped it, so a lot of it would have poured out then. It's not, he didn't necessarily drink the entire thing, right?
Tear all around us.
He looks at the 2 other bottles near the coin-operated viewer, then at your yellow plastic bag. Yeah, you can't stop me.
I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
True. It feels disrespectful.
Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
Was he chewing a whole pack of chewing gum? What the fuck?
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
He looks south, the way you came.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
Looks like just another old drunkard to me.
And he was married.
The lieutenant points at the ring on the man's left hand, the flesh around it swollen and grey.
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
Weird if he's married, though, because that implies that his missus has not attempted to contact the authorities about her missing husband. I guess that's just not a thing done here, like ever. What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Do you think he was drunk?
Oh, yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Interesting. Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on, what about that field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
You're right, I don't see anything criminal here. Let's leave it at that.
Good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest.
You know, I think we've got enough on our plate. Let's leave this case for the station. I don't want to spend time on it.
Alright, the station is going to want details, however. Let's examine that library card you found on the man's body, see if it has any clues. Then we can call the station from my kinema and hand over the case.
We'll get around to that. I keep going to the wrong bloody menu, Jesus Christ. This.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Look at the inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's within that time now, but I assume the library will have his details on file, so we can find out an address and maybe look into it from there. But I don't know. I feel like just passing this one off to the HQ is going to be.
We already decided to let the station handle this case, so there's no need for us to call the library.
Alright, put it away.
We've examined the library card. That should be enough for our colleagues. Now we can call the station from my kinema and hand over the case.
Alright, I will do that. Probably tonight. He's just going to have to sit here until then. We're in no rush. Coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. Stop messing with the coin-operated viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. So I'm not... Like, we've come down here and I'm not seeing any... press the old tab. I'm not seeing any traces of anything here.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka
Holy
and
shit.
a can of black potent porter is all you find.
But you drank all that?
No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell. Well, that was an investigation. Oh, wait. Moonshine, probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. What's moonshine? I don't see no moonshine. Yeah, so I'm certain I can just press M to open the map. I just did that automatically and it worked. Crazy. Oh, where are we? Where are we? Where are we right? Where are we right now? I literally can't work out where I am. I don't see a Ferris wheel, so maybe this isn't the pier that I was looking for. Where am I? Please? Don't even let me fucking scroll down. Game hates me. Look at this. Look at this shit. Oh, okay, fair enough. I guess I don't get to know where I am. I feel like I've not seen any of those landmarks. There's a big fucking egg on that map. I don't even know what that is. I feel like maybe we got to go further north before we reach any of the destinations that we were supposed to be looking into. This was purely accidental side quest shit. This looks like a church, however. A kick drum pulse. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. Sign reads St. Broom 1147. What's this rock? What's the deal with this rock? Oh. Rock made of money. Don't mind if I do. Is this the fucking silo or whatever it was, the bunker from Lost? Is there a man in there repeatedly typing numbers into a machine? These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one. What was it? The chain trails off into the ocean, to who knows where. Is it like a big fishing net or something? Big automated one? The barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. I don't know what that kick drum snare was all about, but cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand, can't even say that word. Take a mental note. That word seems important somehow. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. A rusted broken control box for the radio relay tower. The ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. The relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, officer. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower. Took the shot there.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
The lieutenant looks up, raising his collar. What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Look over the water, to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air. you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year.
He looks around.
Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Biddable Prime, was it?
Okay. So this was the furthest north one, right? So tiny inlets here off in the far distance where the posts trail towards. Yeah, we're up here? I assume? Or here. Yeah, we're here. We can't actually get over there. Was that one of them then, that island? Is there going to be some way of getting over there? You know, like maybe using this boat right here? Some hope of that, I know. So where were the... I still don't know what this giant egg was. I mean, none of these things are here. I guess this is meant to be an old map before the place, like, crumbled or whatever. This is all in ruins now, and we've just got people living in the wrecks. I sort of get that. But there's not even, like, any indication that there ever was a Ferris wheel on that pier. Like, it doesn't look big enough to house one. Oh, what's this? The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts its long shadow over you. We didn't get any prompts about investigating the boardwalk for a possible sniper location, which is odd, because I'm sure that was one of them. I don't know. I guess we'll just keep investigating things.
Old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
Probably something that is no longer there.
Could the structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't think it is, but fair enough. If I'm being real, the church is to the south and the Whirling in Rags is to the northeast, but there is a ladder up onto the church rooftops, I've just noticed. Yeah, this church definitely feels like a possible location. You feel the very shadow of a very large building fall on you. Dusty pews in the shadows, many seem to be missing. An altar shrouded in dark, or something like that. It's too dark to tell. Money on the floor. Not able to investigate this ladder, though. It's a shame, because I really feel like the top of the roof of the church would definitely be a place to do a snipey from.
More than twice your height stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Are you sure the door's shut? It looks like a big open void to me, but rattle the doors to see if they open.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work.
Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over a beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Take a closer look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. a smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
It's just Nirvana's logo, in it.
There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
What makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Have you seen this symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
I agree, it's very modern, but does the cheery guy not know he's dead, or does the dead guy not care he is? What is the source of the irony here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
I'm going to try and peel it off without ripping it. Just because I can.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker in the ledger, after the last entry, where it belongs.
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Leveled up from that, sure. Let's inspect the staple.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
This is where Mr. Prybar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
Should we start with that kick drum coming from the ice? I heard a sound before.
Yes, the pulsing bass. A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
He's got a real thing about junior delinquency, doesn't he?
There's something on the sea ice there.
Okay. Okay, alright, fair enough. Can we, I'm still working on this wasteland of reality. This is taking a fucking while, isn't it? 8 hours remaining on it. It's like a full day's investigation. It better pay off. Because I wanna start learning about some of these other things. I've got more things to get on. But I guess we'll just spend a point here instead then. Put a points in a spirit to corpse. Genius cop. Super cop. Over here? Oh, maybe over here. Full of holes. Could the post hide treasure? Look inside. Oh, treasure. Wait, that's actually alcohol. I thought it was just an empty bottle. I'll take that. I had a quest to do that. I'll take this money as well. And this money. And this money. And these. Why are these just so full of cool shit? What the fuck? What is going on? More money. That seems to be about it, but quite a haul, genuinely. Very impressed. Before you a drawbridge, it can only be lowered from the other side. School of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter into the dark. You want to be over here then? Is this where the junior delinquency is taking place? I'm excited for a bit of junior delinquency. I keep forgetting I can zoom out this much. I don't necessarily want to, but I can, and that's the important thing. It must have taken a lot of patience to do this. This doesn't look like junior delinquency to me. Painted with pastels, someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. Oh, now I hear it. Trash from some unending party. A pole skewed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. The post is covered in little humanoids. This seems really dangerous to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm insane, but it looks like the ice is starting to thaw, considering it's not completely like a complete sheet covering everything, and they've just got a tent pitched in the middle of it. I don't know.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
Push it over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Very satisfying.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
The lieutenant gestures towards the young woman next to the tent. I guess we can do that. Oh, hang on, I missed a thing. I'm excited. This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. Fuck it. We can go for one more conversation before we're done today.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
She looks up at you, distracted.
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I should, and do.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else.
Good.
My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
There's a pained expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. I knew the hat approach was going to get me somewhere. What's your name?
Estelle.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Burger.
A cell burger. I was trying to work out if that was a pun or something, but I don't think so. What's that device you have there?
This? It's a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Got it.
Okay.
So what are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
What is it you're recording exactly? I know field recordings, but why?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
She scratches her forehead.
What happened to the old headphones?
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks? The footsteps?
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around. I think our friend at the pawn shop will be quite interested in whatever she's recording, wouldn't he? I don't know why I said it. He's a bit odd, but I wouldn't call him an it.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high.
Take this, you're cold.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
We're all sorry about the fuck occasionally, that's fine.
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up, throws you a glance. Yeah, you know what? Here. You need this more than I do.
Thanks.
She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. I've got no hat again now. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
Hey, all the checks in this game are so fucking hard. Like, I've got a 3 in that. I have a +1 to it, and it's still only 17%. Like, come on. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music. Like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
Don't know where you got that idea.
Come on, man. Don't mess around.
She hesitates.
Maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
We'll see. I prefer to remain non-committal.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Enough about the church then. I have another question.
Go ahead.
Actually, that's it for now.
Okay. Bye.
She turns her attention back towards the recording device. Interesting that the strange things going on in the church, like perhaps, you know, mercenaries? Perhaps meeting there? Perhaps one with a sniper rifle? Perhaps you could perhaps have taken a shot? Perhaps? Who knows? We'll find out next time, I suppose. That's a lie. We almost certainly won't find anything out next time, but we'll try our best, alright? I'm doing my goddamn best, and I'll see you for that. Bye.